Well, these two teams have had some crossed swords over the course of the year. Only finished first and second 5 times.
I never felt the rivalry when I was in the orange and blue.
Well, the Phillies were never good the same time the Mets were good.
Correct.
But that changed in 2006, 7, 8.
I do have to say, in the 80s, though, when Mets had some of their best teams, Phillies always played the Mets tough during those years.
Yep. Well, Phillies had good hitting.
And sometimes they had guys who weren't great hitters who got big hits, like Bo Diaz.
Bo Diaz.
Hey, Bo Diaz is fun to bat. He was a threat.
Now Jesus Luzardo has the lead for the first time. Luis Torrens leads off in the bottom of the 5th. Torrens struck out his first time up. Lindor and Soto to follow. Last night the Mets fell behind 3-0 and then ran off 13 unanswered runs. We'll see what their response is tonight. Luzardo bends one in for a strike, and it's 0-2.
It's a big inning for Luzardo to run a goose egg out there. Team gives you the 2-run lead. Got to shut down the opponent.
Luzardo's now pitched 10 2/3 innings against the Mets this year without allowing a run. He hits the foot of Torrens. That's the second batter he's hit in the foot in the last 2 innings. So a mistake by Luzardo gives the Mets a leadoff base run.
Wow. Now it flips the lineup, top of the order. Oh, he had it out in front of him.
So now Francisco Lindor tying run at the plate, looking for his first hit in this series. And Luzardo gets the backdoor sweeper in for a strike, 0-1. Francisco's fouled out to first, flied out to right, 0 for 2. Torrens at first and nobody out. And fastball runs inside, 1-1. Lindor has struggled as a right-hand hitter. He's hitting just .226 from this side. 6 of his 25 home runs have come as a right-hand batter. Last year, he was far better as a right-hand hitter for most of the season. But so it has gone for right-hand hitters against left-hand pitchers this season. Sweeper misses away, 2 balls and a strike. Juan Soto waiting on deck. Two and two. Luzardo has walked 2. He's hit 2. He's struck out 5. Allowed just 3 hits. And Lindor stays alive, fouling off that changeup. Again, the 2-2. In the air, shallow center. Coming on quickly is Bader, but it drops for a base hit. Lindor dumps one into center field for his first hit in the series, and the Mets have the tying runs aboard with nobody out.
Well, he gets jammed here. Change up away, and he came right after him. And he just gets a bloop. You can see him break down his swing right there, bring his hands in. He beat him inside. He's strong enough to just bloop it out there.
Have I mentioned that Juan Soto hasn't hit a 3-run homer yet this year?
Who had Luis Torrens with more 3-run home runs than Juan Soto?
Tonight, Soto has walked and been retired on a nice play by Sosa in the hole on the right side. Hits one on the ground toward the middle. Pass Turner, base hit. Around third, Torrens heading for the plate. Bader's throw to the plate is high. It goes to the backstop. Lindor to third, and down to second base goes Soto. The Mets are on the board. It's 2-1. Harrison Bader trying a little too much against his old team. Airmailed one to the backstop, and the Mets have the tying and go-ahead runs in scoring position.
Soto starting to hit in the clutch now, just out of the reach of Turner, and so uncharacteristic from Bader. I mean, he's got to throw home because he's in short, but oh my God, he airmailed it.
I don't think he had a chance to get Torrens anyway.
But still, baseball 101, throw it through the cutoff man. That's all.
So again, the Phillies defense.
So after the Mets took a punch in the top of the inning, they punch right back. Ryan Kerkering is the first man up in the Phillies bullpen.
Oh my gosh! Starts out he's 0-2 or 1-2 on Torrens and hits him.
How often have we seen that recently? The Soto outing in Atlanta where he hit Vidal Brujan. That was the big play.
You have to control your pitches out of the zone as well as the ones in the zone.
Especially against the bottom of the batting order.
100%. You don't have to back foot it against an 0-2 ninth hitter. You just bury it in the dirt.
Oscar Brazoban is up in the Mets bullpen.
This is where Marte has been shining to men on base. He's been clutch.
Starling has popped up and grounded out. Phillies play the infield back. They'll concede the tying run on a ground ball. And Marte takes sweeper outside for ball one.
The Phillies just really playing poorly in the field.
Lindor the tying run at third. Soto at second. Nobody out. And Marte swings and misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, the Phillies defensively have been iffy this year. According to defensive runs saved, they're 22nd in the majors. According to fielding run value, they're 21st. But Bader is supposed to be one of their better defensive players. Tonight it's been Castellanos who's
That's right.
rated as their worst defensive player who's made the 2 best plays.
Listen, Bader is an outstanding defensive player, but that's a play that you don't expect him to make. He's too good to make that play.
Now Luzardo ahead of the count on Marte 1-2 with Alonso on deck. And Starling takes a high fastball 2-2.
Well, Luzardo's got to work here.
He's going to come back to the slider. That's the pitch that Marte swung and missed on pitch number 2.
This will be his 85th pitch with nobody out in the 5th. And Marte got a piece of that one. Don't hyperventilate. It's only the 5th inning. Two. And that just missed. Realmuto, you saw his reaction, and Luzardo's as well.
He thought he had it. Let's see. Oh boy, that's a tough one to take. I think he took it because he was beat.
Yeah.
That was just a boy. That could have been strike 3.
Shade inside. Now it's 3-2 with Alonso on deck. And Marte takes ball 4. The bases are loaded. 3rd walk given up by Luzardo. He's been a little temperamental on the mound tonight.
They're going to lift him.
And they're taking him out of the game. Ryan Kerkering, whom the Mets have knocked around a little bit this year, will be coming in to face Alonso with the bases loaded and nobody out. Mets down 2-1 in the 5th as the Phillies make the pitching change.
Oh, he's whooping at the umpire.
And Luzardo's just been ejected from the game after being pulled from the game. Ryan Kerkering comes into a mess. Phillies clinging to a 2-1 lead. Bases loaded, nobody out. Pete Alonso the batter. And Pete takes the first slider out of the strike zone for ball 1.
Perfect. If you're a bases loaded, a new pitcher coming in, you're 1-0 when he misses with a breaking ball.
Lindor at 3rd, Soto at 2nd, Marte at 1st, nobody out. And the fastball drilled deep left field, back toward the wall. It is past the dive of Wilson, up against the wall. 2 runs will score, and the Mets take the lead. Alonso drilling one to left center. Wilson's stumbling dive came up empty. Alonso drives in the tying and go-ahead run, and it's 3-2 New York.
No, they got the fastball. The Phillies do not have a lot of speed in their corner outfield positions.
So Pete is 3 for 3. Now the infield comes in to face Vientos. Oh. The Mets have seemed to have a line on Kerkering every time they faced him this year.
Every time he's come in, Gary, he's not had his good breaking ball, so he's had to throw fastball.
Still nobody out in the inning. 3 runs are home. Infield in. And Vientos takes one down. 1-1.
We'll take a look at the run. Check the back runner here.
Well, Bader did a great job cutting that ball off. Otherwise, Marte would have scored as well.
Everybody did a great job running the bases. Marte's a good base runner.
Vientos tried to hold on the slider. 1-2.
Pete got a 1-0 count with a missed breaking ball and now goes after the fastball. Wanted to come in, didn't get it in enough. Just got in on the label, otherwise that might have been a granny.
Well, the last few days, Pete had not had great at-bats. In Atlanta, first game of this series, but he has hit 3 ropes tonight.
And I just love that a breaking ball pitcher, he still was ready to hit the fastball.
1-2 to Vientos, and he fouls away a fastball.
I shouldn't say he's a breaking ball pitcher because he throws 97, 98 miles an hour. But his out pitch, his best pitch, is his breaking ball.
And he likes his breaking ball.
He throws it 50% of the time. 1-2. And Vientos pops that one foul back and out of play. The inning began with Luis Torrens down in the count 0-2, and Luzardo hit him on the foot, and that opened the door. Lindor dumped a single in the center. Soto singled a run. Bader threw it to the backstop, and Alonso, after a walk to Marte, greeted Kerkering with a 2-run double. Pete now has 105 runs batted in, 5 behind Schwarber for the National League lead. Still nobody out. 1-2. Line the other way, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Marte is in. They'll stop Alonso at third. Mark Vientos with an RBI single. It's 4-2 New York. And just like last night, after the Mets fall behind, they come up with a big answer. A 4-1 inning and still nobody out.
Hey, good 2-strike hitting here. He threw him 2 straight fastballs. He fouled back and gets him a slider, and Mark not over swinging, going in the opposite direction. Good 2-strike hitting. Well, Pete knows that's not gonna be caught.
Phillies are going to keep the infield in, first and third, nobody out. And Nimmo takes up and away for ball 1. Nimmo, the 7th man up in the inning, still nobody out. Alonso at third, Vientos at first. Not a lot of speed out there, but the Phillies not willing to concede another run, playing the infield in. Little ground ball foul.
It's a good slider, but you know that you off the end of the bat, but still not trying to pull. That is good 2-strike hitting.
Mark now has hit in 9 straight games and driven in 14 runs in the 9 games. Nimmo takes up and in, 2-1. Book is now closed on Luzardo. He goes 4 innings plus through 87 pitches, gave up 4 runs and 5 hits, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, 2 hit batsmen. And Nimmo flies one out to center. That should get the run in. Alonso tagging at third. Bader gets behind it, makes the catch. His throw will go to second. 5 runs home in the inning. Sacrifice fly for Nimmo makes it 5-2 New York. And you know, it doesn't escape notice that the Mets, who have struggled against lefties all year long, have put together back-to-back good outings against 2 of the quality left-hand pitchers in the game in Sanchez and Luzardo.
Just crucial. Marte and Vientos both in the lineup and hitting.
Darwin Taylor takes a fastball high. Taylor is a single and been hit by a pitch. Vientos at first and 1 out, and Kerkering falls behind on Taylor, 2-0.
Mets are also jumping all over opposing bullpens. Whew.
And Vientos takes a strike, 2-1. Well, the last 4 games coming into this one, the Mets against opposing bullpens, have scored 20 runs in 21 innings.
Willie Traynor is not a low ball umpire. That is something that is a fact. He will not call that borderline knee-high strike.
And now Taylor pulls one foul. Got out ahead of that one and yanked it foul, 3-2.
Well, they say hitting's contagious, Gary, and it took the Mets till the end of the latter part of August to catch fire together collectively.
Tanner banks the lefty up in the Philly bullpen, and Taylor takes outside, ball 4. So Kerkering has come in to throw gasoline on the fire, gives up the double to Alonso, the single to Vientos, the sac fly to Nimmo, and now he walks Taylor, who's on base for the 3rd time tonight. And now Jeff McNeil is the 9th man up in the inning.
Bust this game wide open right here with a base hit.
Vientos at second, Taylor at first with 1 out. And that one misses up and away. He is just having trouble landing that slider.
He is working so quickly that his tempo is just almost too quick.
He's overthrowing too a little bit.
Again, in a double play situation, they're playing Sosa further toward the bag at second against the left-hand hitter than most teams do.
Especially with so many sliders from Kerkering. Left-handed hitter can hit that hole.
Jeff tries to lay off the slider. He stopped it in time, 2-1. Luis Torrens, who led off the inning, is now on deck. And Jeff takes fastball strike. 2-2. Phillies have thrown 41 pitches in this inning. And McNeil chases a high fastball and fouled it off.
This is a hard 24-pitch inning thus far for Kerkering.
Taijuan Walker will get the ball tomorrow for the Phillies, who, judging by their quotes after the game last night, are a little spooked by this ballpark. You know, it might have factored in with Bohm's complaint about the parabolic mics last night, the fact that the Phillies not only have lost 8 in a row in this park, including the 2 games that ended their season last year, but they've lost 22 of the last 28 in this park. And sometimes those things will play with your head.
Too good of a team for that kind of record, but Mets have their number. Real Muto trying to shake off that foul ball that caught him Torrens style.
Vientos at second, Taylor at first, 2-2 to McNeil. And Jeff lays off, and it's full count.
Breaking ball here.
That's 4 hits. They've drawn 2 walks and been hit by a pitch in the inning. 3-2 coming. And he breaks his bat, rolls it out to Harper. He'll have to take the play at first, and that's the 2nd out. So now 2 in scoring position for Torrens as the Mets have batted around. Torrens led off the inning, getting hit on the foot by a pitch. And a base hit here could blow the doors off this game.
Well, the Mets hitting with runners in scoring position and 2 outs have been incredible of late.
Vientos at third. Taylor at second with 2 down. And Torrens lines it right to Harper for the 3rd out. A bullet off the bat of Torrens to end the inning. Mets sent 10 men to the plate. They score 5 and lead 5-2 after 5.